Doing this secret ritual is gonna give you guys a secret pet, and this pet is super OP. So in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys a step-by-step guide to actually get this pet instantly. As always, hit that like and subscribe button for even more videos just like this one. So this pet, as most of you might already know from the title itself, is gonna be the Lich, and this thing is no joke. The Lich has two abilities. First one being spooky type plants within a 32 studs have an increased 0.9x variant chance, 1.6 times growth speed, and a 0.62 times size bonus. So this already is pretty good. Its second ability is all active Halloween pets gain an additional 1.5 XP. So not only does this make your plants absolutely huge, but it also goes ahead and makes your Halloween type plants level up way faster. Pairing this pet up with something like the Great Pumpkin will give you guys some crazy insane results. And the thing is, guys, you don't just have to get one of these. You can easily get 8 of these if you're lucky enough. With all that being said, I think I've convinced you enough to actually try and get this pet. So let's go ahead and hop into the obtainment method to actually get this thing. So step number 1 is the most difficult step to actually obtain this pet, and for this we have to go ahead and wait for the Halloween markets to pop up. Right, here we go. The shop has finally arrived. Now from the shop we have to go ahead and buy 3 things. That's right, guys, not 1, not 2, not 3. No, wait, yes, 3, sorry. But anyways, the first thing you want to go ahead and get is probably going to be the most difficult one to get. This is going to be the Lich crystal. As you guys know, this is what actually summons in the Lich. Well, you might know it, you might not, but yes, this is the most important thing that we need from the shop, and it is very rare to actually come into stock. So you will have to do a lot of AFKing if you guys are having a hard time getting this. Honestly, man, my best advice for you is just leave your PC running overnight with the auto clicker just clicking here the whole night, and hopefully just pray and hope the devs are nice to you and they give you at least 1 Lich crystal, because you are gonna need this. Once again, if you are trying to get multiple Liches, then you are gonna need multiple Lich crystals, so do keep that in mind. This is a one-use gear. Anyways, the second item you're gonna need is actually gonna be a cosmetic. So you're gonna need to buy one of these specific cosmetics. So the first and most important cosmetic you're gonna need is going to be the spellbook. Where the hell is it? Yeah, it is. Once again, I don't recommend buying this with Robux, by the way. If you are thinking about that, it is very overpriced, and this thing actually does come in stock pretty often, so I just recommend, once again, using the auto clicker trick on this. Honestly, it is very easy to get, way easier than the Lich crystal. So yeah, simply go ahead and obtain yourself one of these, a spellbook. Once again, not that difficult to get. And the third item you are gonna need is actually gonna be inside of the pumpkin crate right over here. Actually, no, sorry, inside of the spooky crate right here. And this is gonna be the Halloween candles. Now this does require you to be a little bit lucky. I mean, it is still a 15% chance to get this, but you're gonna need 2 of these. So make sure you go ahead and obtain 2 of these Halloween candles. Okay, so here we go. I have some of these spooky crates right now. Let's go ahead and pop them down and actually do a little bit of gambling and hope and pray that we actually get these candles. Once again, we're gonna need 2 of these. So you're gonna need 2 of these candles, which is very difficult. I mean, because again, if you guys didn't know, these spooky crates are very difficult to obtain. I believe the only way to obtain the spooky crates is from digging and doing the tree quest right over there. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, these are way difficult to get than the Halloween crates. Anyways, boom, there you go. We have done it, and we did not get the candle. Did not get the candle. Did not get the candle. And finally, nope, no candle. But anyways, once you guys do go ahead and obtain the candle, first things first, so you're gonna need your spellbook just like this. So go ahead and place your spellbook down just like this. Once you guys have placed it down, you're gonna have to go ahead and place down your candles on either side. Now, because I don't have the candles, I'm just gonna use this Halloween lollipop thingy right here. But yeah, you want to go ahead and place these down just like this. So make sure you go ahead and place them down besides the spooky book just like this. And once you guys have done that, we can go ahead and move on to the next step. So just simply go ahead and leave that right over there. Right, so moving on, now you're gonna need 3 specific pets. Once you guys have gone ahead and placed down all of the cosmetics inside of your garden, let's go ahead and obtain the 3 required pets. Now the first 2 pets are actually quite simple to get. So the first pet you're gonna need is gonna be a bat. Yeah, plain and simple. You guys must have hundreds and hundreds of these. You probably sold hundreds and hundreds of these too. So yeah, these are very easy to get. What you want to do is simply place it down inside of your garden just like that. The second pet you're gonna need is gonna be slightly more difficult, because this is obtained inside of the spooky chest. As you guys know, the spooky chest is very difficult to obtain, because you have to go ahead and complete the Reaper quest, which, as you guys know, is not easy at all. If you guys need help doing the Reaper quest, because as as you guys might already know, doing the Reaper quest with a bunch of other people is way easier than trying to do it alone. Head over to the link in the description down below where you're gonna find my Discord server, and inside of my Discord server we have a Halloween tab where you guys can go ahead and find someone to do the Halloween event with. Once again, it's optional if you want to go ahead and get some help. I recommend doing it with a bunch of friends and just farming as many spooky chests as you can, but the scarab is the most common pet you can get from the spooky chest, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get. You need at least 5 spooky chests to actually go ahead and obtain this thing. Once you guys have gotten your scarab, go ahead and place it down inside of your garden, just like we placed down the bat. By the way, once you guys go ahead and do all of this, you are going to lose your bat and your scarab, so do keep that in mind. You're not going to lose your cosmetic items, so don't worry about that, but you are going to lose your pets. So if for some reason you don't want to lose these pets, make sure you place some that you don't mind losing. Anyways, step number 3, and this, hands down, is the most difficult step out of all. This is going to require you guys to wait for the Gravedigger event. Once you guys have waited for the Gravedigger event, you want to go ahead and dig for a specific pet, and this pet is going to be the crow. And man, when I tell you the crow is so freaking difficult to obtain, I'm not lying. This thing is super annoying to get, and yeah, it's just going to require you guys to get so freaking lucky unless you guys already have a bunch of crows saved up. Honestly guys, it's going to be so difficult to get. I had a bunch of crows, but I decided to delete them before this event was out. So unfortunately, I no longer have any crows. And yeah, honestly guys, this is going to be the most difficult part about doing this entire thing, obtaining a crow of all things. It's not difficult at all. It is a 8% chance to get from this event, but for some reason, it just never spawns in. By the way, you can also get the spooky crate from here, and also obtaining the Halloween candles is also pretty difficult, so that's that. But at least the Halloween candles don't disappear after you go ahead and do the ritual. Anyways, let's go ahead and try our luck out with this, and we got a crate. At least we got a crate. You know what? I'll take that. And we did not get a candle anyways. So as you guys can see, there is a lot of luck involved, but honestly guys, getting the crow is going to be the most difficult part about all of this. But let's just go ahead and assume that you already got the crow. You got to go ahead and place it down inside of your garden. So once again, I just want to go ahead and recap over everything. You're going to need a bat, you're going to need a scarab, and you're going to need a crow pet, all placed inside of your garden. Once you guys have done that, go ahead and place down your spell book just like this, and besides it, you want to go ahead and place down your Halloween candles. Once again, it does not have to be these lollipops. These are just placeholders I've placed inside of this video. These have to be the Halloween candle. And once you guys have placed your Halloween candle, you want to go ahead and get out your lich crystal. You are going to lose your lich crystal after doing this, so keep that in mind. This is a one-time use thing. And once you go ahead and click on this, it is going to go ahead and give you guys the lich. And this is what the lich is going to look like. It looks very cool. And once again, as we talked about it before, its ability is also pretty decent. By the way, if you are missing any of these requirements, you're going to get a message like this. The crystal whispers, the crystal yearns for something clever. A dark-winged carrion? Carrion? I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, this is referring to a crow, which we do not have, unfortunately, in my garden. With that being said, guys, that is how you guys can go ahead and obtain yourself the brand new lich pet. Honestly, I really like these secret methods to get these secret pets. I really hope they do this again in Growing Garden, because it is honestly so much fun to do these. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys watched this video all the way to the end, you definitely found it helpful, so hit that subscribe button too. I make Growing Garden videos literally every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.